Fuck Marlon Wayans. I don't know why these folks keep fucking with me. Man, what? My mama, I might just go live for the rest of the year roasting these folks. Why these folks won't leave me alone, bro?
My daughter, I have a daughter that transitioned into a son. My daughter Amai is now Kai.
Truthful.
And so
Okay.
and so I talk about
Hey, yes. If you're gonna beef, you have to have a chest. That's first and you gotta have a chest.
Can't work at a pig farm.
Tattoos I can't see don't scare me.
This drama between Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans is far from over, and this time Soulja is not only coming for Marlon Wayans, but his transgender son, Kai, as well. It all started after Marlon publicly acknowledged and supported Kai, but Soulja decided to take things to a whole new level of disrespect. He made slick comments about Marlon dressing like he was on the DL and even suggested that it must run in the family. Now, the irony here is crazy because for years, people have accused Soulja Boy of being an undercover brother himself, but instead of staying in his lane, he took things even further, throwing transphobic insults at Marlon's son. This whole mess started because Marlon called out Soulja's trash performance at Trump's inauguration. While on the Wiz radio, Marlon said Soulja needed to get that check because nobody cares about Soulja anymore. And you already know Soulja be sensitive about his so-called legacy, so he jumped on X and went crazy. He called Marlon the B word, said he wasn't funny, and then took a left turn into pure hate speech, dragging Kai into it for absolutely no reason. He straight up threw out the F slurs, questioning Kai's transition, and even suggested that Marlon dressing up in white chicks was somehow connected to it. This wasn't even about Trump's inauguration no more. Soulja just went off the deep end. But Marlon? Oh, he wasn't about to let some washed up rapper get the last word. He absolutely cooked Soulja. First, he clowned his career, saying if Soulja Boy had a career, he could get canceled for this type of slander. Luckily, he ain't been relevant since 2007. Then he came for Soulja's name, saying it's crazy for a grown man to still be calling himself Boy, and that the last time someone called him that, they were probably throwing him some spare change for a dance.
You can't do two songs, and I only remember one of them. Watch me, you. Beef with me. Get out of here. I'll put you in one of the movies. I need a crackhead for the new scary.
But the real killer, Marlon hit Soulja where it hurt, posting a pic of him and saying, "My son had top surgery and still has more chest than you." After that, Soulja had nothing left. Instead of clapping back, he just started reposting other people laughing at Marlon's jokes. At that point, it was clear Soulja fumbled the bag and the beef. And let's keep it real, Soulja Boy has no business talking about anybody's sexuality when he's been facing those same rumors for years. People have been side-eyeing him for the longest, accusing him of being an undercover brother, and yet here he is trying to act like he's exposing somebody else. Make it make sense.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen.
Every time Soulja is in some controversy, he just so happens to be promoting something. In the middle of all this, he was hyping up some cryptocurrency and some new music that nobody asked for. So was this really about Marlon, or was he just desperate for attention because it was really giving publicity stunt? And you already know when Marlon saw that he came crashing down on Soulja, he took it a step further and dropped a whole diss track aimed at Soulja Boy, but with a twist. Instead of rapping himself, he used AI to generate a country song, and let me tell you, he went all in on Soulja.
Soulja Boy's on Krenak and meth. I can smell it on his breath. Yes, he's on that creth. It's Krenak and meth.
The lyrics accuse Soulja of being a substance addict willing to do anything for a fix, with lines like, "Soulja Boy's on Krenak and meth, I can smell it on his breath." He even threw in a wild punchline saying, "He'll suck on a C just for that rock. He looked like Flavor Flav without the clock." Marlon also called Soulja a washed up scammer who sold his soul for some Bitcoin and ain't done anything but gaming and selling trash crypto. And the final nail in the coffin, he clowned Soulja's whole career, saying his only hit was Crank That, and now he's got nothing left. Now, what's funny funny is that Soulja was talking big like he was gonna drop a diss track first. He even teased a snippet where he rapped, "I'm a real street ninja, I ain't never watched Marlon Wayans." But at the end of the day, he was just talking smack with nothing to show for it. Marlon was the one who really struck first, and he did it in a way that had the internet in tears. Meanwhile, Marlon has been nothing but a real one when it comes to supporting Kai. He's always spoken openly about loving his son unconditionally, and even posted messages of pride and support during Pride Month. On Kai's birthday, Marlon wrote, "I've always asked people to love me unconditionally. Thank you for teaching me what that really means." And this ain't the first time he stood up for the LGBTQ+ community either. Just last year, he called out Elon Musk for disowning his trans daughter, saying it made him mad and that you don't treat your youngins like that. Anyways, the internet wasted no time chiming in on Soulja coming for Marlon and his trans son, and let's just say opinions were split. Some people felt like Soulja actually got the upper hand, with one user saying, "In my opinion, Soulja destroyed Marlon. Marlon started it by talking about performing for Trump," and Soulja responded by saying, "Dude, you actually dressed up as a white girl and you talking about me? I mean, what else needs to be said? Pot calling the kettle black." But most people saw this ending exactly how it did, with Soulja taking an L. "Everybody knew this wouldn't go well for Soulja, but I didn't expect this," one person wrote. Another user summed it up perfectly. "Soulja Boy, the first rapper to get bodied by a comedian." And honestly, they're not wrong. But what do y'all think? Is Soulja Boy just trolling for attention, or does he really believe this nonsense? Did Marlon go too hard, or did Soulja have it coming? And the biggest question, why does Soulja always seem to be in some mess but never in the studio? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for real stories straight from the hood.